Happy Monday, everyone, to all the Canadians out there. Happy Victoria Day. We have Game 7, the dreaded Game 7 if you thought the Canucks were going to get through. This is going to be an absolute battle between the Vancouver Canucks and the Edmonton Oilers tonight. And I did say going into Game 6, I thought the Canucks had to get the win on the road, or I did think they would choke it away here at home tonight. So I am very cautious going into this game. Brock Besner will not be on the ice, and thankfully his blood clots aren't life-threatening, so wishing him all the best. But a huge blow to the already struggling team of the Vancouver Canucks, especially the ability to get those shots on goal just weren't there again in that last game. Now the kill has been strong for both of these teams. So there's a couple of different things that I'm looking at in this one where I'm not picking a winner. I don't want to step in front of the Vancouver Canucks because I can see a way they can get the win. But like I told you, I really did think Game 6 was the game they had to win, because I think Edmonton, with that momentum, will come in here nice and strong. And we also saw in that last game, while Connor McDavid got 3 assists, we saw some depth come to life out there with multiple players getting those goals. So see your guys' comments coming in. The Oilers for the win, 4-1 Oilers. You did call that. I forgot you called that. Fantastic. Oh, that's for this one. I thought you called last game. It was 5-1. I thought you called that one though as well. Game 7 win 2 in a row. No trading wins. We could definitely see it here. I want to see Vancouver go in and the Rangers. That would be amazing if we saw the 94 matchup between the Rangers and the Vancouver Canucks. Now, I want to take a second to say, who do we think could beat the Dallas Stars? Goaltending is going to be an issue for both of these teams, whoever makes it through to beat the Dallas Stars in the Western Conference. Jake Ottinger is ahead and above both of the goaltenders here that will be starting tonight. I'm pretty sure we're going to get Stuart Skinner in for Edmonton and Shiloh's in for Vancouver. Now, if Demko can return, which we've had no status updates with Demko, I do think the Vancouver Canucks would have a better chance if Demko was in net than Edmonton would with Skinner, because again, the depth of the Dallas Stars is second to none. So Rick Tocchet can pull this off with savvy coaching. Absolutely, that coaching will come to play in this game. So let's look here at what I'm liking. First, we'll go over what the books are looking at. Now, don't be too concerned about Vancouver being an underdog, because we look at every single one of these games. The books haven't given them any respect. They've won 3. They've lost 3, yes. But the books have them again at plus 136, and they are the home team. I'm scared for them at home, though, you guys. I said it. I really did think they could choke here. Now, minus 164 for the Edmonton Oilers. That total sitting at 5.5, plus 100 to the under, minus 122 to the over. Now, what we're seeing in these elimination games, this is our first Game 7, though. What we're seeing in this series, or this round, what we're seeing in these playoff games is a lower scoring, more disciplined hockey. And while I would love to say I expect that out of these teams, I expect that to start, but then I expect things to open up once one of these teams starts scoring those goals. We saw Edmonton in the last game, the amount of goals they were able to put up. If Vancouver could have contributed 2 goals in that case, we would have seen that one go over that total of 6.5. I do think a desperate Vancouver team or a desperate Edmonton team will lead to the goals at some point in this game. Now, could we go 0-0 into the third period and still go over? We absolutely could. I am thinking that these teams will play very tight to the chest, at least to start. So what I'm looking at is a no goal in the first 10 minutes. That's coming in at plus 112. I just need both of these goaltenders to be on top of their game to come straight out of the gate. Now, Stuart Skinner in net here for Edmonton is where I'm guessing they will go instead of Calvin Pickett. He has so much more experience than Calvin Pickett. And then Shiloh's coming in here for Vancouver. Now, Shiloh's has a goals against number of 25.5. So save shots on goal tonight, 25.5 to the over is minus 114. We know Edmonton can bring those shots. Now, Edmonton in that last game had 27 shots on him. The defense of Vancouver still allowing that pressure on their goaltender. And I do think they continue to allow it tonight. I think where Vancouver will step up is they will be getting more shots in this one. They have to get through Edmonton's defense. Edmonton isn't a team that is known for that defensive force. So while I do think they play it tonight, I think Vancouver has to step up that level. We saw it in the last game in Vancouver. They were able to get those shots and put that pressure. It's going to come down to a numbers game because I don't believe in either side goaltending wise. It's whoever can get the most high danger shots on net will get the win. And we know how strong the Edmonton's top lines have been rolling with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, and Zach Hyman really stepping up as well. So I'm going to look for the no goals in the first 10 minutes. I would also like to bet the team to win the faceoffs. Now, if you can bet overall on your books for that team to win the faceoffs, take Vancouver. I'm getting over on FanDuel. You can bet each single period for Vancouver to win those faceoffs. I've gone in and bet period 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to look for Vancouver primarily in that first period. I think that is the strongest period for them to win those faceoffs. That's coming in at minus 113, but across the board, the second and third period, all at minus 113. Now, I do think we'll hit 2 of the 3 of them, so I have bet all 3, but if you're just looking for the one bet there, I would look at the first. And when we look at Vancouver, they have won the faceoffs overall in all games so far between them and Edmonton in one game. They won like 63% of the faceoffs, 63.5. That was game 1. Their lowest faceoff numbers was in the last game where they only controlled 51.7% of those faceoffs. So I do feel strongly about Edmonton controlling those faceoffs, getting those wins there. So I'm willing to hit them in the first period at minus 113. Now, both of these teams did phenomenally strong on the kill. Both were able to kill every single penalty in the last game. We know those shorthanders come into play. And if you're feeling like something crazy like that's going to happen in this one, that shorthanded goals coming in at plus 400, you guys know I have to look a little bit at that because those teams on the power play getting desperate, the mistakes coming, we could see that shorthander. Now, the highest scoring period, we're getting plus 210 for that third period. And that's where I got to put my money. You guys, you know, in some of these games, we open up with that fast first period and things shut down. I don't see it in this one. I'm looking for the no goal in the first 10 minutes. I'm looking for these teams to battle it out in the first and second. And I think the third is where we have those empty netter opportunities and everything like that. So the third period, I'm going to take the highest scoring period at plus 210. And now I'm going to mute myself because my kids are coming home and forgot that I was on air and the dogs are barking. So sorry about that, you guys. My apologies. Yeah, I've lost my train of thought. So there we go. That's where we're going to go with those games. I wish you guys all the best in all of your bets tonight. Make sure you go over and follow me on Game Time Decisions tonight. I will be on that as well as in-game live. I'll talk to you guys later.